like, you're fucking with Sierra?
Like the hottest
Look at
ever. You and your swollen nipples. Like, are you pregnant? Hello, and welcome to Bravo. We're black with just a little bit of white today because guess what? You guys don't know this, but I have been wanting to have Miss Samantha Bush, Miss Bravo historian, on the podcast for so long, but I just never asked her. As you guys know, I used to work for The Dip, and I actually knew her before I even started working at The Dip. We kind of started working around the same time, and like I was just obsessed with her page, obviously Bravo historian, and like I just knew that she had a good like scope of everything Bravo, because she wouldn't just watch Housewives, like she watches Summer House, but then she also watched Married to Medicine. And I feel like when people actually watch Married to Medicine, that's when I know, like, okay, you can have an opinion.
It's a safe space.
Miss Samantha Bush is here, you guys, for... we had all black guests during Black History Month, and then we had like a Bonnet Fest 2.0 with Kendrick and Raven, where we just all wore our bonnets, and it was the blackest thing ever. And now we are here in Women's History Month, so I have a woman with me, and what a woman she is, Miss Samantha Bush. Thank you so much for coming on. It's literally been too long. I miss you so much. I'm like obsessed with you. You look so good.
Sad.
Like, what's new? Like, what's going on?
I know. Well, thank you so much for having me. First of all, that introduction was so nice. I was not expecting it at all. But you know, what have I been up to? Nothing. I got nothing going on. I got Botox this week. Like, ooh. You know what I mean? I'm like really in my self-care journey, like, because your girl was down bad for years. Like for 2 years I was sick. Like I was just not okay. And then as of like October, I was like, I'm getting this shit into high gear.
Kick it into gear.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So we're here.
Country Bears. Sometimes you just got to kick it in the gear. That's just so niche. But I'm so glad that you are doing better.
Me too.
Like, I definitely could tell that you were going through some things because your internet presence was a little bit less frequent as it is. And I'm just like, where is my girl
Where
at?
is she?
But, you know, you do still have your podcast. Mm-hmm. You do still have Bravo Historian, where you still are delivering hilarious takes. Mm-hmm. You do still have stories where you are like just sharing whatever like makes you feel happy. Like, how's Barb?
Speaking of the devil, she was just attached. She just tried to come up on the chair, and she just like scratched at my like sleeve. I'm like, girl, not the time.
She has something to say.
I honestly, you know, I also want to add that I'm on Wellbutrin now. So like, watch the fuck out, honestly.
I hear that does wonders.
I'm like a human being. Also, I got contacts, and I won't shut up about it.
I know that's right, because I know you used to walk around in them glasses, honey, and and I'm wearing glasses right now. Like, I'm a full freak also, but you know, when you get contacts, you literally just feel like a new person, and obviously you have like gorgeous like green eyes, so I would actually hate having glasses. I would literally just wear clear contacts and I would stare like a Twilight character until someone said something about my eyes.
I'd be like Miley Cyrus on that carpet. Like,
exactly.
No, I feel crazy because before, without them, I couldn't really see. Like, I was truly like endangering others, truthfully, with how I was not able to see. And so now that I have contacts in, it's like wild that I can see things and take things in without having glasses on. You know, I know that that's like the riveting content that your listeners are looking for.
No, but that is because I get on here sometimes and I'm just like, Kylie Jenner in 2015, I'm realizing things.
I'm realizing things.
And now you're seeing things. So just like watch out.
I know. Unfortunately, I had to see Summer House this week.
Child, that shit has been so boring. I'm so sorry. Like me and Raven went live last week because we were like, we're going to go live. It's going to be after Summer House. Summer House is going to be so good. Because I will say, like, we got off to like a rousing start. Totally. Those first 2 episodes, it ate. But now I'm just like,
I'm like, what are we doing?
What is that about, honey?
Where is the energy? Where is it?
I want to start by saying, I know that it's not popular to be like I will not defend a man, so this is not me defending a man, but I will just say that Carl is such a baby girl, because if I came in there and my ex was like about to pop after she told the whole world that I blindsided her, I would rip all that shit down. I would say, fuck this baby shower. I would throw that little sonogram picture that she has on the mantle. Rip it in half. Like, oh boy, girl, I don't give a fuck. Whose baby is it?
He was genuinely celebrating her. Like he seemed to be actually happy. But he also was like, yeah, this was kind of weird. Like, yeah. And it's because if he even like admits it out loud, it's like, why would you be doing that? You guys aren't together. But God forbid. You know what? People piss me off because it's not so, like, life is not black and white. Like, It's not like, oh, we're not together anymore, he shouldn't care. It's like, well, there's still, like, residual feelings and, you know, thoughts about everything that happened. Like, just imagine, okay, come with me. Mm-hmm. Just imagine if 5 months after the breakup, Carl started dating a girl and got her pregnant within like a month. Like it would be, people would be burning his house to the ground.
He couldn't even come back on the show at that point. Like he'd be acting like Wes for some reason. Wes swears that he, like, people were pitchforking him when it was just like, yeah, we called you an asshole because she literally told you how she felt. You fucked and then you dipped. Like, please.
And it's then, like, you're fucking with Sierra?
Like, the hottest
you'll
ever. You and your swollen nipples. Like, are you pregnant? Like, be clear.
Let's be so for real. Those puffy nips are not it. And, like, I'm not one to body shame because, like, we all are on our journeys. But yeah. It's not really body shaming. It's just like he has puffy nipples.
I have huge areolas. Like I have huge areolas, so I can just say that. So like someone like cool. I can do that. Like you and
a big nip to a big nip.
Exactly. Like, but you don't see me walking around with my shirt off, showing everyone my.
Maybe you should.
So, hey, they would drag me for that, but Wes, he can do it twice, like, and it's fine. Okay, so let's just get to this whole Kyle, Paige, Craig thing. Mm-hmm. I just don't give a fuck because I don't care. Like,
I know.
I think that I'll only be interested in it when. I'll only be interested in it when Craig gets there, so we can really get to it. But right now, it's just like you're talking about Hannah, you're talking about some like spritzer company. Mm-hmm. I saw the drama when it came out. I think that the drama played out so much in real time that I'm just like, I don't really care. I know how this ends, and now they're not together anymore.
There's no stakes. Like, I just don't care.
Yeah, and even if there was, it's just like, I don't care.
I know, and I just worry about Amanda. Like,
yeah.
Because she just seems to be down bad. Like, the last 2 seasons, I'm just like, who are you?
She realizes that she was the prize, but she realized it a little bit too late. Mm-hmm. And I hate that for her. And I want her to know that if she wants a divorce, here for it.
We'll go fund me that lawyer.
Yeah. Literally. And like we can just get this, because he's the one, he's like 40, he's 42. He can get off the show.
He's
she's
43,
literally,
44.
oh my God.
Yeah.
She's literally like, what, 32, 33? She is a child. Like, why is he even with her? It's like when Molly, she's 36 and she's like, I want Shep, and Shep is 44. I'm like, you're a baby.
It's like, you don't want Shep.
You don't want Shep. You just want to settle down.
Well, the thing about the Molly, okay, first of all, let me just say, if I was Amanda and I could wear a low-rise maxi skirt and a white t-shirt crop top
and look like
a goddess, like, I would be the biggest cunt on earth. Like, I would run that man into the ground. I'd be like, look at me, bitch. I can wear a low-rise.
She's not only like, she has that chill. We're looking at the Bravo Hailey Bieber here.
Totally.
Like, and Kyle is now just getting into a DJ career after he gave her shit for wanting to find herself. It's like the most terrible thing ever. But I do like that she's being real about how she doesn't want to, just go and have a baby. She has to like regulate her meds. Like, I know that's right. Like, I like that
SSRIs are no joke.
She's like, listen, some shit's developing here. Some things are being blocked. Some things are being maximized, and I am realizing things. And I think that she regrets marrying Kyle.
I think she thought he would grow up or change at some point. So she married the potential of him. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you can't marry potential, babe. Like, you can't, you just can't. And he's going to be a DJ and you're never going to get a kid out of him. Like, you're just not.
I don't even think that, like, well, okay, I think
I don't even know if she wants one with him.
Like, with him. I think that she would totally be down to settle down and get married, but it's not with him. And that's crazy because we've watched her for what, damn near 10 years now. Chase after this man, and she finally got him. And the crazy part is that her family is rich. Like, if you guys didn't know that, her family is loaded. It's just weird. But she is doing her swimwear line, like, praise be. I just don't really understand. Okay, so do you think that Kyle got Hannah fired?
Do I think Kyle got Hannah fired? I think he had a role in it, for sure. I think I have still to this day never seen someone get so much hate online on like a Bravo show like Hannah did that season. And I don't know if you remember, but I was like Team Hannah because the Luke thing, I was like, have you won it? Has no one ever been like fucked over by a guy before? Like, this man is hanging out with her every day, FaceTiming her every day, telling her he loves her. Like, sorry, she's not crazy for like thinking, oh, maybe he likes me. Like, and then he shows up with the goddess Sierra to the house. Like, I would be freaking out too. Okay, I would be losing it, and it was COVID. Like, we were going crazy. So
it's like, kind of crazy that people, like, I won't say that I was on Team Hannah because I felt like, me personally, a man only got to tell me that he's not feeling me once and I'm already like, okay, so where's your homeboy? But not everyone is like that. So, but what I can say in her defense of that is that people can understand why or how Jesse is like love bombing Lexi and be like, oh, he's clearly love bombing her, but they didn't have any mercy for Hannah. And I'm like, just say you hate Hannah and go.
And dare I say, Luke and Hannah had more chemistry than Lexi and Jesse.
I feel like this whole thing is unwrapping in like 2 weeks. Like, we've been 4 episodes in, he's met the parents. Like, this is crazy to me.
Can we talk about that? Why? I'm sorry. It's really, really weird that you like only party with your parents and like you're going to the club.
Just
like,
about to say,
what
why
are you talking about?
Why is your mama shaking ass in the club with your boyfriend?
And managing you, like, and working for you, clubbing with you, meeting your boyfriend of 1 week.
I'm okay. Okay, like, we have this thing, me, you, shout out to Allison. We have this thing where we are mommy's girls.
Yeah.
But God forbid if that woman puts on a pair of shorts and follows me to the club, there is no amount. Like, and if it was like a one-time thing, okay, cool. But no,
Yeah,
we
like
have
a
a
whatever.
reel. Like, we have a reel of her.
Yeah.
Like,
Shaking
out.
ass.
Yes.
It's
in
weird.
Like, it's, I don't understand. Why does the bouncer know you and your mama?
And dad.
And dad. Like,
and
that
sister.
just makes it weird. And I'm sorry. But, like, you know this. There's nothing more frightening than, like, an all-blonde family.
I know. It's scary. It's
but
scary.
Yes, what do you think of this whole Jesse Solomon thing and Lexi thing?
I think Jesse Solomon went into this like, okay, I think Jesse Solomon, this is his game with girls all the time, not just with Lexi. Like, I think he meets like a pretty girl and is instantly like, oh my God, I like her, puts it on like really, a lot.
Yeah.
And then the moment that they show any sort of like, okay, I'm reciprocating that energy, like you're meeting my parents, we're going clubbing with them, like we're going to sleep in the same bed at Summer House, he's like, whoa, that's crazy. And it's like, you set this up. Like, you're the one that did this. And now I don't really like what I'm kind of thinking he's going to start doing is I think he's going to start using Sierra. I think he's going to start like, because at the beach, he was like, I'm going to sit next to Sierra. So he's going to start getting close with Sierra because he's always kind of flirted with her. I mean, who wouldn't? Like, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I think Lexi's going to start getting mad and going to take it out. And then that's when she takes it out on Sierra. When it's like, really, Sierra's like, dude, I don't want this man. Like, get him away from me.
Like, he flirts with everyone. Like, please.
He's a flirt.
And I feel like it's bullshit of him to, like, that's his game and he needs to step it up and be like, yo, you know what? I think we actually need to slow down. And of course that would make him the villain because we've seen what he's done so far. But if he could honestly just be direct and do that, I would have a lot more respect than him trying to like turn her off.
Right. I think that's what he's trying to do. Men are sick. Honestly, I have a confession.
Him and his one ball.
Yeah, you're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it.
Oh no.
I'm attracted to West sometimes.
I think it's because of his humor.
I know, and like, I get it. Unfortunately, but I do need Sarah to get up. When she said, "Oh my God, that was funny" at the table, I'm like, "Don't you fucking
like when Paige was like, "No, you can only tell this to me." Like, you shouldn't say at the table. You should be like, "Shut up."
Yeah, at the table, you don't exist.
I think at the same time, she's also thinking about, okay, I have to seemingly get over this because then I'm going to be the girl who's like holding on to it. But I could tell in her eyes, she's like, damn, what could have been. And it sucks because it's like, this is Wes. He's not hot. He didn't have a job. Like, he didn't have a job. Like, he pursued her. There were just so many negative things, all for him to turn around and be a fuckboy and then now launch into fame, do all these interviews, and then play like, oh, I'm so scared. It's awkward. Oh, I need to make her laugh. It's like, no, you and Brianna fucking Chicken Fry can go over there and fuck each other.
Do what you want to do with little Chicken Fry. And what do you think of Imrul?
I haven't had enough of him. I just do know that Danielle wants him.
Danielle,
she wants to take a turn. I think that she wants back on the show. She wants validation. She wants like revenge on Joe Bradley, who like does not give a fuck at all.
Well, you're not gonna get revenge on Joe Bradley with that fucking ponytail. The little bob and her little ponytail. Like, you're not gonna get it. And like, she even tried to be like, oh, Lexi gets jealous. Like, oh, Jesse, we should probably like not stand so close together. It's like,
it's like, that's not you. It's not you.
No,
it's not
she's
you.
worried about Sierra. Okay, not you.
Please be clear.
And she just like, it's so embarrassing. And she just gives like hater energy. I don't know, like just like the way she's like, Lindsay, oh, you're not gonna do a sponsored post. It's like, girl, shut up. You wish.
what else? The other thing that I noticed is also that, like, even though we all want to say that, like, well, me personally, I want to say that when she's like, "Are you going to be single momming it?" And I'm like, "Are you this girl's best friend or are you her foe?"
No,
because I was also thinking that. I was thinking that, but you shouldn't be the one saying it. It should be someone else.
No,
like, where's your baby daddy at? And this girl is just
Cohen
like,
could ask.
Yeah, like let it someone that's not supposed to be your friend.
This girl's not her friend. Like, I just think Danielle is so miserable, like, in her own life, truthfully, that she's like can't even fathom people actually participating and being like active in their own life. Like, Lindsay might not have been the best decision in the world or whatever, but at least she's like doing something in life. Like, I just feel like Danielle has a lot to say about other people, and like, well, her life just stays the same.
You know what I think? I think that once Carl and Lindsay finally broke up and she was kind of vindicated, she did not think that Lindsay was going to bounce back in the way that she did. Like, maybe she thought that Lindsay would move on to another relationship because that's what she does. But she certainly did not think that she would go and find Turner, who looks like he has his life figured out more so than Carl, is a good-looking dude, you know, and also, like, get pregnant and be ready to, like, have a baby. And then she's still, like, in the interim, she's with Joe Bradley.
Getting cheated on right in front of her face. Like, that is so
with
fucking
Luann.
embarrassing. With Luann.
Luann. Like,
the thing I have to say about Imrul is, like, I don't know him yet, and like, I do initially want to be put off by like the way he talks about like sex and stuff. But honestly, I like his energy. He seems to be the only one in the house like, what are we doing? Like, are we going out? Like, are we drinking? Like, can we get some energy in this house? And he brought a girl back like his first night there. That's crazy. And I honestly appreciated how he's talked about like his growing up and like how he was very, you know, sheltered and like, you know, wasn't allowed to do a lot of things. And now he's like, I'm exploring my sexuality. And like, as long as he's doing it in a safe way, like, kudos to you.
And then to also be open about like him going to the orgies. Like,
he's like, I mean, it was crazy.
I don't necessarily know if I wanted to hear that, but like he was open about it. Like, it wasn't a secret. I didn't have to hear about it on Reddit, you know? So he was just like, this is me. And then also the girl, we didn't see the girl either. So it wasn't like he was just like showing off and like, oh yeah, I brought this chick home. And it was
he's like, I called her a cab.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, she's gone.
Like,
she's gone. Let's eat breakfast. Let's go to the beach. Let's have fun. I don't know. He's just like chill.
He seems chill. I don't know. Like, I'm excited to see someone in this house fuck.
Right, because like, isn't that what we're supposed to be here for? Like,
do you remember back in the day, those cameras would be like, ooh, like in the bedroom, knocking boots. These people were fucking and sucking left
beds
and right.
Against the wall,
headboards banging. Someone, I believe, got fingered in a pantry.
Room stanking. Like, they were getting down.
Yeah, like, where is that energy? I need
exactly. And I'm like, oh, everyone is in such a relationship. But listen, Sierra and West are over with. Carl is single, you know, like we have Imrul who's bringing that energy that we need. Lindsay's pregnant, so she can't. Amanda's married, so she can't. I don't know. I just feel like the new girl, Lexi came in and she already coupled up with Jesse. Hated that. Brianna, what was that her name? Brielle? What's the new girl? Bailey. Bailey is having relationship issues. Like, I don't even...
We'll never see Bailey again. So what I heard is from a reliable source is that Bailey lied to everyone on the cast and said that she didn't have a boyfriend and that she like had everyone blocked from like her close friends' stories where she would like post him, but she forgot to take Amanda off of it. So then Amanda saw it and they all confronted her about it. And they were like, so you like lied? And then I don't think she ever saw them again. Like, I don't think we'll ever hear from Bailey again.
So that's okay. Listen, this is some Bravo We're Black like breaking news, because the whole thing that's been going around is that she was talking shit about the cast, and then production was like, bye. And I'm like,
you think production would fire someone because they're talking shit about their cast?
I think they would.
That's
amplify
like what the shows
it.
are built off of.
So
they would fire
girl,
Tamra Judge like instantly if that was the case. Like, what are you talking about?
This girl did not know how to properly hide her boy. Why are you posting a man like while you're on a show? You know,
I decided I'm not posting a man until we're married, and even then, I don't even know.
Then,
like, I'm gonna hard launch my wedding. I'm not having a wedding. I don't know why I'm saying that. I don't want to get married. I don't know why but you know what I mean?
Yeah, like once you find someone, I feel like you are going to get married. I just feel like you're turned off from it now. But like once you find someone that, you know, is treating you the correct way, absolutely. But I just feel like, I think that when you're on a show, even though you feel like maybe, oh, I'm not on this show just yet, I'm filming for it, I'm new here, so I can easily just block everyone on the cast. But no, like we know that you're filming.
No, like, and it's also like Bravo is not the fan base to try to hide things from.
Exactly.
The Bravo fan base crashed, I believe, Jen Shah's sentencing. Right. And the judge was like, I was there. What? Like,
me and Wendy Williams were there. Like,
yeah, free Wendy.
Free Wendy 100% lined up. But I did not hear that. That is so interesting. I think that is the biggest like fumble in maybe like
that's why like the first episode she was like, oh yeah, it's this guy's suitcase, and Jesse was like, that's weird that he's not your boyfriend, but like you're using his suitcase. Like, huh? It doesn't make any sense. And I felt kind of bad for her because Jess, oh my god, I fuck up their names all the time. I call them Jess and Wessie so many times. West and Jesse, okay? They are the kind of guys, I just get this vibe from them that they don't talk to women if they don't want to fuck them. So like if they deem you like unattractive, like they're not going to fuck with you. They're not going to talk to you. I think Jesse especially is like that. So like to see him treat Bailey, like he literally was like a wooga, like when he saw Lexi. He's
Bailey wasn't there.
No, he's like, who are you? Don't care.
Cool. Yeah. That's how I am with men though.
That's
but
allowed.
You can't do that, like, especially when you're in a share house. This is only your second season. Like, who do you think you are?
Relax.
Like, please.
They think they own the house. Like, they walked in. When Jesse saw Danielle, he was like, oh, nostalgia. I was like,
I just met you
for 10 years.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about? Please. Don't make me defend Danielle. Like,
please don't. Please don't make me defend the CEO founder.
What happened to the Clueless app? Because I really thought that was a great idea.
Okay, so I downloaded it.
What happened? Like, what was it like?
It's a lot of work. Like, it's a lot of work.
So do you genuinely have to like take a picture of everything you own, and then it uses so it scans it, and they're like, this goes with this.
I didn't even get that far. I was like, I'm not taking pictures of my clothes like and uploading them to this app. Like, what are you talking about?
Are you not able to, like, okay, let's say you ordered some stuff from Zara and you got it. Can you upload the pictures that are on the website?
Sure. I'm sure. Any photos.
So I guess it does work then. But it's not successful.
It does, but it just, I know, because it's a lot of work. Like, it's a lot of, you know.
It's better in theory, I feel.
It's better in a movie.
Yes. Yeah. That's how it always is.
Please. Are you kidding?
So what do you think about this whole Kyle and Craig thing? Because I don't really have much thoughts about it. Hey, Craig, I will never. And now I know that he blocked one of my other social media friends who literally, it doesn't even run like a fan Bravo account. She literally just is like a fan of Bravo. He blocked her and she didn't even say shit about him. So I will
he
never
blocks anyone.
He blocked me and I never followed this man. So I'm always going to bring that up. But what do you think about the Kyle versus Craig soda, like whatever the fuck this shit's going on?
So I get it because like, okay, I'm not on anyone's side per se. I do think Craig is a pathological liar and lied to Kyle at some point. Like, I don't think it was as black and white as like he told you he was going to do it and then he did it. I think there was maybe some conversations that Paige was unaware of. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And also just like, I feel so bad for this cast that they are quite literally trapped having to drink Loverboy. Like, have you had it?
I had it when we were in New York.
Oh, New York.
Yeah.
It's not great. Like, there are some decent flavors, but you have to order them online and they're like $70.
Yeah.
And it's just like this whole cast like drinks your shit. They come to your DJ sets. Like, what more do you fucking want from, especially from Paige? Like, what do you want from her? And I will never defend Craig. So like, he did something wrong. I don't know what it is, but he did.
I think that the only reason that I'm looking at Kyle sideways is because what Hannah says, I mean, they're best friends. So of course me and my best friend are going to be talking shit, but she wasn't the one who did that interview. And also she is not Craig. So pull your beef up with Hannah and put your beef up with Craig. Yeah. Leave Paige out of it. How in the fuck is she being two-faced because she wants to keep the peace at your little fuck-ass DJ set? Like, if she went ballistic there, then she would have been the villain, right? And then he's like, oh, I'm having an anxiety attack. Oh, I want to leave. I'm just like, what are you talking about? Why are you leaving?
What's going on with Loverboy? Like, what's going on there? Because we've been watching this show for 10 years and it's been a part of the show, I want to say, for about 8. And it's like, Kyle just seems really unhappy. And I think he's like always looking for something to give him that like boost of like dopamine, basically. And I just think him and Amanda, there's a lot that they're not confronting there. Because if Hannah Burner was going to ruin your marriage, like, you have a weak marriage, buddy. Like, what are you talking about?
The way that he just said that casually, like it was, yeah, she almost ruined our marriage. Wow. By talking in interviews. What I think is going on here is that Loverboy is broke, basically, and he doesn't want to confront that. He's too deep in. That's like his thing. And without it, he doesn't know what he's going to do. So I think that if his DJ career takes off, I don't even know if Loverboy is really going to be a part of it. And I think that might be the best thing to happen to their marriage and to him if they were able to let go of Loverboy. Because then Amanda can do her thing.
Make it just a merch
She can do her thing.
Like, right. They make great merch that sells. I believe like the COVID season, Kyle said that they sold more merch than they had a Loverboy. And it's like, that's crazy.
Because you have the Bravo fan base. And like, we're not paying $80 for 4
like 2
packs
cans
of like fucking La Croix with like 1 drop of vodka in it. Like, no. And then now you're offering a non-alcoholic version. Babe, the reason that we're drinking it is because we want to feel something. It's not for the taste, you know?
Yeah. I agree. You know, he's no Maddie Reese. He's no Maddie Reese with the
love
DJs.
Her.
With the DJs.
I don't want to say I love her, but she's a better DJ than him. I love G Lily. Like, I'm a G Lily girl.
You're a wavy baby.
Wavy baby, period. And I feel like the show suffers greatly when Mia and G Lily are not on it. So I need them to come on back. Baby, this is only season 3. I don't know where the fuck you went. This is not it. Okay, so Jax is on crack. Are you surprised? Oh, I mean cocaine. Sorry. No, I don't want to get sued.
Jax is allegedly on crack, but he is on cocaine.
Exactly. Thank you. Are you surprised?
Girl, no. Like, it was like, okay, the sky is blue. Like, yeah, we know. Like, we've known, Jax. I do remember getting my eyes on a line of cocaine on the table the morning of his wedding. I do remember getting my eyes on that and thinking, that's weird. I was literally like, they're getting up to some stuff in that room.
Someone DM'd me and was like, season 8, episode 11, there's coke. And I'm just like, damn.
There's coke raining from the sky at Sir. Like, that was part. It was like
that was the best part
member
that was the best part. Those were the good days because everyone was on coke, Adderall, or alcohol.
Yeah, we need more of it, honestly. But I'm gonna have a hot take.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have a hot take.
Oh God! Don't let it be like the West one. That was a lot for me to handle.
Attracted to West, you can't handle that. I
that
don't know
was
if you
just
can handle this. I am not team Brittany. I'm definitely not team Jax, but I'm not like, oh
neither.
My God.
Oh, because she knew.
Brittany,
girl,
this
you knew.
Man talked such horrible shit about you.
Recorded
to a woman that he fucked next to an old woman while cheating on you, and you still married him and had a baby with him. So I said this on my podcast, and I'll say it here.
Period.
Jax might be a sociopath, but this is going to sound crazy, but I want you to come along on this ride with me, okay?
Listening.
He lives in reality. And when I say that, I mean like his assessments of people are like always on the nose. He clocked Sheena and Shay from the beginning. He clocked Sheena and Rob. He clocked Lala and Randall. He clocked Ariana and Tom. He was like, these two are not fucking, like, they are not in love. I don't know why we're all pretending that they're so happy. So, and then Brittany lives on like a different planet where she lives. I think she has a very Southern mindset where I think it's like a lot of like sweep things under the rug.
Yep.
And I think that is a big part of their problem together, is that I think on camera, like, he probably would have been like, okay, we can talk about our son and maybe his, like, he's nonverbal, whatever. Mm-hmm. And Brittany like completely was like, we're not doing that. And so it's interesting. And I don't feel bad for her. Like, you married a pathological sociopathic liar.
Right.
And I have to say, like, if he is getting help, that's great. I hope so. I'm not going to put money on it, but
your hot take is actually spot on because everything that he said has come true. With every single castmate, except himself, because he was, that's okay because I think he's a Cancer. So yeah, it makes sense. I think he's a Cancer. I think he acts exactly like a Cancer. Jax Taylor, I think that he's a Cancer. But if I'm wrong, then I'm sorry to Cancers. But
no, he is, I believe.
I think that he's a Cancer, and he acts exactly like a Cancer man.
Mm-hmm. Nightmare.
Yeah, because their emotions will put you in. What I think that my problem is, though, he went away, and he went to get help, right? But when I was expecting him when he came out to be like, I had a drug problem, it was going bad. Instead, this wigger comes out and he says, oh, I think I'm bipolar. I've got a diagnosed with bipolar. And I'm like, I can see that. Absolutely.
For sure.
But can we talk about the fact that that's aggravated by the fact that you are a drug addict?
That you do
When
drugs.
are we going to talk about that?
And it's like, do you know how hard the people on the Valley probably want to bite their tongue when he was ranting and raving about Brittany's alcoholic issue that she has? Like, they're like, sir, you are doing drugs. Not that one is better than the other. I think, you can take both too far, obviously. But, damn.
It's just the way that he acts, though. He's like...
Yeah, high and mighty is his thing, always.
insane. It was insane to, like, I don't know. And then also, I agree that I don't feel bad for Brittany because not only did you have a kid with him, and she's like, oh, we wanted to stay together because, you know, we had a child and it's hard to break up. And I wanted a family. And it's just not that. But you wanted another.
Yeah, that was it
with
for
him.
me too. I'm like, you were fighting to have a second kid.
And you
Jax
were mad
was like,
that he didn't want to. And he was the one who was being like, hey.
He was like, we don't have a good relationship right now. Like, we should not be having another baby. And she's like, what do you mean? It's like, bitch, wake up.
Like, girl, now you rot in hell because you are not the one making sense here. Why is the one that's on cocaine have to be the level-headed one here?
Like, what's going on in that house? It's crazy.
Like, what's really going on with you, Brittany? But you know, I'm gonna, you know, let her live. But I love that she did come out and she was like, I'm glad that he finally told y'all. I've been new, but whatever he's doing is not working. And I'm like,
she's like, I'll believe it when I see it.
She kind of ate that. Like, I did not think that she would ever do that.
When I saw the statement, I was like, what? Brittany. And then she had to put out another one that was like a little bit softer. Because the first one was like, great.
Well, she was lying. Just like, Anne.
She's like, what about it? What about it? Okay.
So fucking funny.
So funny.
Okay, so I know that because I was told by a good source of the cast not to stan Sienna, which is very hard for me because I feel like she is someone that I want to stand because she's given Shep everything that he deserves.
She's the opposition, you know.
You can't run around for 44 years and be a terrible human being and then now you want to settle down and you want to have a family and she's the devil because she uses you. But how do you feel?
It's like Taylor did too, sweetie. She's on the show now.
Taylor's trying to act like...
Don't get me started on Taylor.
Please, can we just be mean for a sec? Because Taylor literally got on Nick Vile's couch and was talking about how, you know, there's a rumor. So he didn't start the rumor of her cheating. You did, bitch. Because you were the first person who fucking said that Paige was allegedly cheating on Craig. So what are you even talking about? And you were fucking your homegirl's man. Mm-hmm. Taylor,
she's got a nasty spirit. She's got a nasty spirit. She really does. There's something inside her that, like, it gives, like, church girl who's, like, really fucking mean. Like,
yes.
You know what I mean?
Like, sorority girl.
Yeah, I also got my eyes on Sally. I'm not loving the energy. I'm seeing her in some interviews, and I'm not loving what I'm seeing. Mm-hmm. And yeah, no, I don't think I like it.
But what do you think about the Sienna thing? The Sienna
thing. I think Sienna, listen, is gorgeous. First of all, why you would ever even swipe on someone that looked like Shep when you're Sienna? Like, save Shep for like me, like the random like girls of the world, not like beauty queens. Okay, I do feel like I think it's great that she's going online and like defending herself, and she's like, first of all, I'm an American citizen, so the microaggressions on Southern Charm were crazy. Because, like, I guess Craig was, like, asked her, like, how many generations?
How many generations?
She's like, excuse me?
Like, how many generations has your family owned slaves? Well, you didn't even own...
Yeah, let's get Ancestry.com on the phone.
Like, please. Your family probably had to rent slaves because you had to fucking sell pillows, bitch. Shep is the one with the money.
Shep has a dog breed named after his family, the Boykin Spaniel. Like,
insane.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So him to say that, and then also him talking about when I went in there, I just felt I'd never felt this energy. But you felt her energy, but you couldn't feel Paige's energy, who literally told her you out her mouth that she did not want to marry you.
There's a lot of projection going on with Craig, like in this Shep thing. I think that's why he's like being so mean about it. Is because he's in that situation with Paige.
He's like, oh my God, this is me.
Yeah, he's like, oh my God, I've sent a text like that, and she's always like, what, you know? And I just feel like Sienna, like, is she? Listen, if she wanted to use him, she would have filmed. She filmed once, I believe, maybe twice, and like went home both times. She like could have gone on the boat. She could have done all these things, and she was like, I actually can't do it. So how is she using you? If she was using you, she'd be getting on a plane and going back to Charleston with you and hanging out in public.
She would be on every episode. She doesn't even like your dog. Like, please.
Who does? That dog is annoying. I'm sorry. I hate those little Frenchies.
Oh,
I love some
God.
of them. Like, I have friends who have them, and I think, like, Godspeed to you. But they, oh my God, they're little pigs. Truly little pigs.
I just love that. I mean, I don't love the backlash she's getting from the audience, but I just love what she
It'll pass
Shep through, because he deserves it. And I want, like, I don't know, there's something about Molly. I mean, I like Molly from Southern Hospitality too, but specifically Southern Charm. It's something about her having, like, I don't even know, is that a trombone? Whatever the fuck she plays.
That
like,
mini tuba.
Tuba. She plays a tuba. She was on America's Next Top Model. Mm-hmm. She's like, just, I don't know. I like her.
I love her.
Molly is just that girl.
I genuinely think she's like the future of the show.
And
I really do.
I really, like, especially after the departure of Cameron.
Very, very anti-Trump. Like, very outspoken. And I love
just
that.
Love
we
it.
talked about it. I'm like, how do you deal with your castmates? Like, yuck. And she's like, it's really hard. She's like, it's hard. Yeah.
I fucking love Molly. Me and her giggle. Different. And like, we giggle in the DMs. She was on America's Next Top Model. Mm-hmm. She plays music. She's so versatile, and I know that's something that she has to deal with herself, and obviously the way that the industry treats her. But her body is tea. Like, I would murder someone to have that body. Like, she's nice. I hate that she thinks that, you know, Shep is the one for her. But at the same time, I would actually kind of be here for it.
So I would too, but I think we have a case of the coworker syndrome. And what I mean by that is, like, if you work in an office and let's say your coworker's name is Tyler, and there's really no other guys your age maybe that work in the office, you're going to think Tyler is hot. Yeah. You're going to love Tyler. Tyler's going to be your work husband. You're going to be his work wife. You're going to maybe fall for Tyler. And then when you go outside into the real world, when you and Tyler take this relationship to like a B-Dubs, a Buffalo Wild Wings, and you see him out in, you know what I mean? You're going to be like, oh, he's actually
it's just
not
Tyler.
I think it's like a proximity thing. Like, I'm always around Shep. Right. And I do think Shep has like some sort of charm. I had a sex dream about Shep in 2013 or 14. I'll never forget. Okay. I think about this all the time. This sex dream was wild, Kaya. Like, wild.
He was throwing you around?
On a fisherman's boat.
On a
fisherman's boat. It was like a little steamboat. It was
You know what?
crazy.
I will never say it publicly, except the fact that I'm saying it now.
Yeah.
But when I went to BravoCon and he was like right next to me, and he's so tall.
I know. It's and like
then he was completely drunk as a skunk, but he was just, hey, how are you? You having a good time? I'm just like, yes, Daddy. Like,
I am having a good time. Thank you for asking.
Like, why I am so anti-Shep, it's like, I see it.
No, it's like,
and I hate that.
I feel that way about Austin. I saw it with Austin too. And then you see him in person and you're like, I kind of get it. Like, why you would fall for this person, but why you would fight for this person is
no, but I can see. Okay, but Fisherman's Boat, though. I need to get back to this dream.
Yeah, it was a Fisherman's Boat.
So
it was
specific.
like 2013, yeah. because it kind of got the wheels turning that I needed to break up with my boyfriend at the time.
Like, were you like, did you want like a man?
I liked Shep at that time. I think like I was attracted to young Shep, and also like, yeah, it was hot. It was like there was like nets and there was like poles and there was like he like put me up on that like that where the wheel is, and like we knocked things over. Like it was. I literally woke up, my boyfriend next to me, and I was like, that's crazy.
Shep licked you from the rooter to the tutor. And I
dicked me down on that fishing boat.
I love this.
Yeah, and I broke up with my boyfriend maybe 6 months later.
You had to come to that realization.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't want my boyfriend to fuck me, but I want Shep Rose to fuck me on a boat surrounded by salmon. Like, I have a problem. If
I could scream right now, I would. Like, that's the funniest shit that I've heard this year, probably. And a lot of funny shit has happened this year.
A lot, yeah.
Funny and stuff that's not supposed to be.
Yeah, if we don't laugh, we'll die. So, what are we supposed to do?
My God. Okay. We are obviously going to wrap up soon because I can't keep you for too long, but like, girl, I'm just having
nothing but time.
The best time with you right now. What are we thinking about? Okay, first, obviously, I know we're beating Potomac into the ground with a stick because it was just like, I'm sorry, the reunion was just so good. It was so good, and like it's still happening. Who do you believe? Do you believe Stacey or TJ?
Stacey. I believe Stacey wholeheartedly.
Firmly? Okay.
Yeah, I firmly believe Stacey. I think, first of all, if I was paying someone and they treated me like that, you wouldn't be getting paid. You would be gone. Or I would be like, how much more do you need to be nice? Because this is crazy. Honestly, him walking around in that bonnet, like whistling to himself, like in that kitchen, it was so sick. I was like, get this man away from me. He disgusts me. I just think Stacey, God bless her, she's... Yeah. I think she was genuinely confused, and that's why her reaction was so weird. Because, like, at this point, it's been almost a week. TJ dropped the receipts. Like, if you have them, you know, like, Ashley looked at Giselle, and she said, do you think it was Cash App, Zelle, or Venmo?
Yeah.
And I was, because Ashley was like, it's easy to pull those up, those receipts. Like, yes or no. I don't think, do you think she paid him? I genuinely don't think so. I think she was delusional. And I think he wanted screen time because he's an actor. Okay,
maybe not necessarily paid him straight up, but I do think that there was some kind of a relationship, like an arrangement, okay. Because I just don't see in what
he embarrassed her, humiliated.
And I love Stacey, but it just didn't make sense. And like once that was a thing that came out, I'm like, okay. Then it makes sense now.
I just thought it was strange and maybe a deflection of hers to then be like, I don't believe Wendy or Eddie.
Right. Like she was just like, I don't know you to be a liar. And I'm like, wait, okay, Stacey, now this is when you're pissing me off.
Yeah.
You know?
And Andy was like, babe, it's on camera.
Like, on camera, so. And when he was like, let her hear it. Because he's like,
Andy reminded me of how he used to be during Atlanta reunions, like when he
had such a good time.
And I just think when Andy is having a good time at a reunion and on Watch What Happens Live, it makes it so much better and more watchable as a viewer because he kind of represents us, you know. So like if he's at like a Jersey reunion or a New York reunion, like he's like, let's wrap it up, like. Let's go.
He even said, like, what Giselle, I think she called into his radio show. Yeah. And he was like, I hung out with the cast, like, afterwards. And I never do that.
Love that.
Like, he had such a good time. And just seeing, what do you think about the Giselle, Wendy, like, alley-oop? Like, they were like Kobe and LeBron.
Oh,
like,
I was like, this is something I can get into. Because Wendy doesn't take things as far as Candace. Like, I think Candace and Giselle could have had kind of that back and forth, but Candace,
they go to hell.
Is my Sagittarius sister. So I'm not a Sagittarius. I don't know why I said that. I just have a lot of Sag in my chart, so I feel
You just know,
spiritually connected to her. I'm a Scorpio, and so I don't know. I was really excited about this. I was like, we are in for a treat next season. Like, honestly, keep Kay. I have a hot take. Maybe we need to keep Wacky Jackie. I was kind of living for Wacky Jackie because she didn't run after Mia like I thought she would. Like, I think she stayed on that couch to be like,
she wanted that camera time.
Yeah.
But okay, but if we keep Jackie, are we keeping Mia or can we downgrade Mia as a friend?
I don't know what to do with Mia.
Like,
I mean, she left that reunion and they
tried to dissect it. Because we have other pressing matters. Karen is in rehab. Someone is paying someone. Like, Jack Harlow's offended. Like, fuck Mia at this point. You know?
Fuck Mia and her lies. Like, my friend Chris always says the truth does not live inside Mia. Like, it just doesn't.
Exactly.
There's no room in her for that.
And a lie, don't care who tell it. That's the part.
Right.
That's the part about it. Okay.
Also,
so what would you do we're keeping, obviously, Giselle, Ashley, Wendy, of course, and Stacey. I need to know how this like turns out, obviously. But what else are we going to do to the Potomac cast in order to move forward now that Karen won't be in this season?
Clankety clank.
Clinker clank.
Now, I think maybe we keep Kay around. Like, don't automatically make her a housewife again, but just kind of keep her in the mix. I think we need more friends. Like, I want to see Ashley's crazy crew. I know she's got some crazy ass people. Stacey probably has that man she met for lunch. I was like, where the fuck is he coming from? Honestly. And Stacey's from Detroit. Like, she's a Detroit girl. Like,
yeah.
Detroit has given so much to the Bravo network. I just want to say,
Kenya
Moore, the hot dog king. He's the reason Portia has a beautiful daughter.
Yes.
Stacey and Toya.
Oh my God.
Like,
I forget about Toya.
I don't know what's in the
right.
water up here, but like,
you guys have elite, like,
I don't
period.
Know
like stars. Stars are born in Detroit. Period.
Stars are born. Yeah.
So okay, you need some new friends. I say we just like keep everyone and like let's just keep going, because I would have Karen going to jail changed a lot. I'm sorry, I did not think she was going to jail. I will say it until the very end. I did not think she was going to jail. Now, does she deserve it? You know, like, it's your fourth time, so I'm sorry, baby, you got to go. Like, you playing. She
kept calling it self-medicating and driving. I'm like, is this a reband for drunk driving?
Well, I mean, it's California sober, you know, like, I guess we're rebranding things now.
That video of her, like, on the bed with Ray, I was like, oh my God, this is not the move, Karen.
Giselle was like, turn this shit off.
Yeah, she's like, turn it off, Andy. This isn't good.
It was so funny.
Giselle and Andy, like, Andy loves her. I also have a prediction that Nene Leakes will be back on the network in 2 years.
Thank you. Please put it out there, because she's already in NBC.
I know. Well,
she's making her way back.
She I think she's going to be back. I think, and when she does, when she comes for her solo Watch What Happens Live, you know, reunion with Andy Cohen, I will be sobbing, like dead ass sobbing.
I will have to invite people over. Like, it's going to be...
It will be a thing.
I'll have
a watch party.
Exactly. Online, offline, real life. People who've never seen the show. People who don't know. Like, I will... A lot.
Strangers off the street.
That's... okay, so your prediction, within 2 years, Nene will be back on Bravo. Yeah. Do we think Atlanta, or do we think just in some capacity?
I think they'll start slow rolling her into Atlanta.
Okay,
I think she'll get lunch with Portia. Yeah, I think she'll get lunch with Portia.
Well, after that whole thing that happened with the Upshaws, and now Portia told the people that she did not want Nene there. I don't know.
But they forgive and forget, you know?
Yeah, they're sisters. They're sisters. And
they're
like, they're like OGs. Yeah, exactly. Okay, and then the last thing, Married to Medicine.
Okay.
Hate Greg.
He's really, really upsetting to me.
Every Greg on Bravo is a demon. So
excuse me?
Kiana's Greg.
Greg Leaks?
Well, no, I'm also on the show.
On, okay. I'm like, whoa.
Like on the network. No, like on the network. Like currently on. Okay. No.
Thank you for clarifying.
It was too close to Nene. That's why.
I almost shut my laptop.
No. I don't make me cry. Like that.
That man.
Oh, bless him. I know. Okay, but anyways, like Kiana's and who got dressed up, by the way. I don't know if his toes were out at that point, but like they didn't even bring his ass out. I'm like, good.
Yeah.
Because you fucked her bag up because you didn't want to film. And that's really why we didn't get to see Kay in the capacity that we should have seen Kay. Mm-hmm. And then this Greg, with his, like Raven says, his Comic Sans.
When she posts that every single time she does, like I cackle.
Literally.
It's absurd. It doesn't make sense. Like to have a man like Greg next to a man like Eugene.
Yeah.
It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Doctor. And what's crazy about it is that he's a psychiatrist or a psychologist.
So was Candace's mom and Sutton's mom.
And that's why I'm like, do you guys see why I don't go to therapy and and I just am a terror? Like, no.
He's
How many
been
people
really
have you fucked up? Yeah, because Quad tried to tell us, but people hate Quad and they think that she is, drama, she brings up drama and she brings up the past too much and she's a hypocrite and all that. And I'm just like, no, they fucking tried her. He fucking tried her. He's a horror and I hate him and you guys will see. And when he did that shit and he closed the door and he was like, oh, you saw it. Yeah. And then on top of that, I don't even know, like we called it a rap song at Bonnet Fest 2.0, but it wasn't even a rap song. It was just bullshit. Like I wanted to boo the TV screen. I felt like that episode of like SpongeBob when he like put his hand out and everyone starts booing. That was horrible. I don't even think that it's T because T genuinely just wants to like get along, but she just does not fit in. I just don't want her on the show. And it's because of Greg. And then I also just think that she doesn't fit in. She doesn't fit in. I feel like if we had less Greg and then we brought Sweet T's sister on, I think that would be interesting.
More honest about her relationship with Greg. I think it's always hard when you see something that's so obvious that's going on. And like that person's not living in truth, and you're just like, okay, then I can't help you. Like this is beyond repair. And it's like, what do you want from us?
I do think that Mimi and her man have potential, but they were just brought in so late. Mm-hmm. It's like, hold on, like we got shit to do here. Like,
I know. I have to tell you.
I can't get to know you, babe.
I have to tell you a quick story. So I went to the Kamala rally in Atlanta. Okay, this is like back in July. Mm-hmm. And I was sitting there and I was like, I grabbed my friend's hand and I said, Dr. Heavenly is here.
Oh my God.
And she looked at me and she's like, how do you know? And I just go, I feel it. Like, she's here. I didn't see an Instagram story. I didn't know for sure.
This was before that you found out she was for sure there.
I scanned the audience and land right on her. She was sitting right, like directly in my eyesight with Daddy and Sheree. And
Sheree.
Sheree was there and body down. Her body, like from far away. I had my glasses on. And I clocked Dr. Heavenly right away. I was like, I felt her in the air. Like I knew she was here. And my friend was like, that's crazy. I was like, I love her. You don't understand. Like
you felt her energy.
I love her. I did. And she got up and danced to Megan Thee Stallion. Daddy did not. But he did. He did kind of bop.
He's a respectful man, so a head bop is accepted.
I also have to say, their body language was so fucking hot.
So like, they're really actually into each other, like the way that she says that they are?
Yes. He was like sitting there,
Wow.
and she had like her arm like on his shoulder, and they were like leaning on each other.
Hot.
I was like, they're in love. They're in love. I don't want to hear any slander.
I need her to stop saying ignorant shit on YouTube, but it's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
What did you think about Simone saying Portia's the mean girl of the network? What?
I was
like,
insane.
my jaw was on the floor. I was like, wait, we're not talking about this like we should. Like, what's going on?
It was insane because it started because Portia is now on like, you know, this tour, obviously, because Atlanta is coming back on Sunday. And so she was, I don't know if it was the Breakfast Club or one of those outlets. They were talking about how Phaedra came back to Real Housewives of Atlanta after leaving Married to Medicine. And she was like, oh, well, they were treating her like mean girls over there. And then Simone is like, no, like you're the mean girl because you're the one who beat up Kenya.
Andy didn't know what to say. He looked at her like, you're right.
Yeah, and she was like, you were there. And it's like, yeah, okay, you got me.
Like she grabbed Kenya by the hair.
That was insane. But I understand that she was defending herself. But I also, and Raven's going to kill me, but I'm not feeling Simone. Like, I just feel like Simone is so fake because she's always going back and forth on how her and Quad should squash things. She can't apologize anymore. Her and Jackie are cool, but you can tell the vibe is no longer there. They don't really fuck with each other anymore. Exactly. And I don't think it's because of Jackie, even though I have my beef with Jackie for what she said. I don't know. I'm just not feeling Simone. And it sucks because I used to feel Simone. And I mean, I understand. Like, she's likable. She has that funny cackle and all that good stuff. Yeah. But I see straight through her. And I don't like it one bit.
See, I see it too now that you bring it up. And I still love her.
And that's okay.
You know, I can't quit her. I can't. Like, that just is, to me, that's like family. Like, exactly. I can't turn back on. I can't turn my back on family.
It's just like, why am I even watching Southern Charm? It's just like, I just have, like, when I have these codependent relationships with shows and people that I don't know, I'm going to keep that relationship going.
Yeah, I don't take a step back. If I feel like a parasocial relationship, I'm not taking a step back. I'm taking a step forward. I'm leaning into that parasocial relationship. Yeah,
literally, that's how I feel about Jimmy Fallon. Like, literally, you cannot cancel Jimmy Fallon for me. I don't give a fuck. Like, you can say that he's an alcoholic who cheats on his wife. That is Jimmy Fallon. Like, I will go to war. Like, I don't go to war about many white men. I don't go to war about men in general at this point, but especially white men. But one thing about it, you will not speak ill of Jimmy Fallon in my presence or the Jimmy Fallon ride at Universal Studios Orlando.
That was the craziest thing I've ever heard. I was expecting you to say like Lala Kent, like someone. Jimmy, when the words Jimmy Fallon like left your mouth, I was like, I had to like think.
People have been trying to turn me against Jimmy Fallon for so long. They keep talking about how his laugh is fake, about how he's an alcoholic, about how he did this and I don't give a fuck. That's Jimmy Fallon from Taxi. From SNL, I never watched SNL when he was on it, but from the show, and then he went to the Tonight Show, and he always gives like all these people great opportunities. Like, this is how I meet good musicians. Like, he always gives them the best opportunity to be on his show. That is Timothy. I don't even know his real James Fallon. That is James Fallon.
They are not to touch a hair on his head.
Exactly. And I don't care if they're hair plugs because who gives a fuck?
Who doesn't have hair plugs? Did you see Travis Kelce at the Super Bowl?
Ooh, don't say too much. I don't want the Swifties after me, child.
That hair was crazy.
It aged him, though.
Yeah, he looks terrible.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And you guys keep talking about how it's his ex-girlfriend's fault that she did this, she did that. I'm like, this was a journalist who had a whole career and a whole life before she met Travis. And please stop bullying her because she does not give a fuck about him. Like, please.
Yeah, it's like, okay,
it's crazy.
Move on.
But yeah, what happens with Jimmy Fallon? What are your thoughts on Jimmy Fallon?
I gotta be honest, he's never in my thoughts.
Okay, good.
Like, I don't think about him in a bad way, in a good way. I see clips and I enjoy them. Like, I just watched Amanda Seyfried on his show and I enjoyed that little clip where she did like a Joni Mitchell cover. Like, loved that. Okay. I don't feel anything about him.
Okay. I can do that. I just can't do the
if he's an alcoholic, why do we care?
Let him be one. He can. Like, he hides it well.
Honestly, on this
to be an alcoholic and to be able to do a show in the middle of the night. Well, okay, they film in the daytime. Secrets. But
insider tea.
Yeah. Like, I don't touch or fuck with Jimmy Fallon. Okay. That's all I have to say.
Who else do you like really ride for?
Like, I'm honestly, like, even if I hate someone on Bravo, unless it is a straight white male, don't talk about the Bravo people. Let me talk about the Bravo people.
I know.
Adam Sandler. Like, a lot of people have some kind of like, oh, he does this corny ass
people
bit.
Say that?
And I don't like the way he doesn't dress up and shit. And he's not even funny. I'm like, don't talk about Adam Sandler like that. Are you crazy?
Wow, so you have a thing for like comedy kings.
But West is not the kind of comedy king that I have a thing for.
No, he's like goofy, like I don't know.
I'm laughing at West, and I'm laughing with Jimmy Fallon
and James.
Yes.
Okay.
I love them. But okay,
I learned so much about you.
I need to have you on my Patreon. Yeah, I've decided that I'm going to keep you for 30 more minutes. I'm going to have you on my Patreon. Is that okay?
Of course, girl.
Okay. Time. So let the people know where to find you. This is the main Patreon.
Okay. What
I mean, this is the main show. Let people know where to find you, how we can support you, and all that good stuff.
So I'm out of my depressive hole of 2024. So I'm back. I'm going to be posting more. I'm going to be just participating in my life more. So you can follow me at Bravo Historian on Instagram. If you end on Threads. So I'm trying to like use Threads more than X because obvious reasons. But if you do decide to use X, my old account got banned. So my new account is at Still on Zoloft. So you can follow me there. And I have a podcast on Patreon called the Chronically Online Podcast, which you need to come on.
Well, yes. Absolutely. This is my pitch for it. So perfect. You guys, you heard her here. Thank you so much, Sam. And go to the Patreon because we're about to talk some more. Thank you for listening. And I will talk to you guys on Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.